afternoon. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator, and sorry about the rain noise there in the background. Let's go ahead and hop in here. Junior Francisco, how's it going today, guys? If you are in America, happy 4th of July to you. And the big news that dropped today, of course, what everybody already knew, SCS has confirmed Utah release. More than likely, you guys are going to be wanting to know. I'm going to be guessing that's going to be sometime the last half of November into December of when we're going to be getting that. So they announced Washington in January. It was released in June. So if we're going to go 6 months from announcement to release, that is going to put us pretty much November or December. We are right now in Harvin's W990, currently sitting in Ontario, Oregon, and our first load is going to be going up to Colville in Washington. We got to be there later on today. It's 10 o'clock this morning. Got to be there by Sunday, 2:03 a.m. Lots of time in order to get that done. Javi, how's it going today? So we've got the W990 fired up. Let's get her in gear and get going. And again, even though the Come Apart N14 is not able to be run in this truck, I like the sound of a big throaty engine over today's quiet stuff. Anthony, Tom, how's it going today, guys? Welcome to the stream. Oh, doing awesome like a possum. Just made some macaroni salad for later on today to munch on. Pretty much just enjoying a nice relaxing 4th of July.
Turn right. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
And we are running the latest adaptation of the W990, which is version 1.2. However, I did not put the 40-inch sleeper on this. And I really should be realistic here. It is pouring. Most people are not going to be using their engine brakes, so we went ahead and shut that off.
Turn right. Turn right.
Why are you playing such an old version of the game, Javi? Yeah, pretty much, Tom. SCS confirmed what everyone already knew, and it was funny. People saying, "Oh, it's going to be Colorado, it's going to be Texas." It's like just major facepalm. I'm not going to be calling anybody out, but I think they were more looking for a reaction than, and they already knew what was coming. That's my guess. Oh, so that hasn't been updated for 1.35 then.
the left lane, then turn left. Turn left.
Hey, what do you know? It stopped raining just in time. No, that would not surprise me at all either. Now that if you take a look at the map, Idaho is definitely needed to get from Utah to Washington. That way you do not need to go through Nevada. So the two states I can actually see us getting at next year is if they are currently working on it or somebody is, would be Texas and Idaho. And then I can see them filling in with Wyoming and Colorado. And then possibly maybe another year after that we would get Montana and then start working into the central US. And that is what I get for not paying attention. Holy moly. War Machine, what's up today? Happy 4th of July. Alright, so Ryzen 3000, guys. I've got a couple of things already ordered. One's going to be here tomorrow, the other on Saturday. Pretty much got my water cooler and motherboard coming. Now you're wondering, how the hell are you ordering a motherboard? That's very simple. I'm using a B450 board, and I specifically bought a board to where I can update it without having a processor in it for the BIOS, for that backwards compatibility. Hey, that's going to work for me. So the only thing that's going to be left is Ryzen 3000 releases on Sunday. I'm going to need that, and it still will need RAM. Probably I'm going to start out with 16 gigabyte. I do want to get 32 though. Hey Lucas, what's up today? Yeah, so even though I am going from like a i7 7700, this going up to Ryzen 3600 or 3600X, I'm not sure which one I'm going to be getting yet. Probably just the 3600. Definitely, it's a quite a bit stronger processor. I've been up since 7:30 this morning. That's just the background color is the blue Navi, I believe is what it's called, War Machine. It's on the Steam Workshop. You know what I may do is I'll get up to Colville or whatnot. What I may end up doing is dropping this box trailer that I have behind me, grab a log trailer and put on the 40-inch sleeper. Yeah, I did have 32 until my motherboard fried last week, so I am back down to 16. Just search for Blue Navi War Machine and you should be able to find it. And that's N-A-V-I, not N-A-V-Y. And I was going to stream last night, but probably about 5 minutes before I was going to start, I got a phone call from my 16-year-old son. Basically, something went wrong with his phone. I had to go buy him a new one, so went ahead and got that. And by the time I got home, it was a little bit later than what I wanted to start streaming, so I hopped onto multiplayer instead. Needless to say, US simulation now is an absolute joke. It's been confirmed as it being next there, Sleepy Gamer. Check out the SCS blog. So, no, I don't think it is next. Like the title says, it's been confirmed. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but when you put in there think, that makes it seem like it's not confirmed. Crap. Of course we gotta get pulled into the chicken coop. Yeah, I like how they use the wording to quote-unquote square up the map, which it actually does, but then after looking, as I had mentioned this earlier, now that Utah is pretty much confirmed, the next state really needs to be Idaho.
Navigation resumed. Hey Lloyd, thank you so much, and hope you're having a good Thursday.
honest with you, there were some rumblings that some of the uploads to the Steam DB the other day were trucks. One of them we knew was Utah, because chances are that's already going to be in early testing. But people are making rumblings that we may be getting a truck later on this year. I don't know if that's going to be true or not. And I don't even want to speculate. They haven't shown any pictures of the 2018 Cascadia. The only one that I saw was an early Maya rendition, and it's just all gray. They do have an updated picture from the anniversary stream of the Lone Star. But with every single manufacturer now having a signed license for the game, my guess is there's more than one person working on the trucks in order to get them built and into the game as quick as possible. And it is highly rumored, not so much from SES, but from someone who has dug into the game files, that dealership in Reading that is currently hidden in the game is actually a Freightliner dealership. So, I mean, is it possible we're going to be getting a Freightliner shortly? I mean, I wish I could tell you guys. Next year, my guess for the states that we're going to be getting is Idaho better be one of them. And then I'm guessing if they're up to now 3 map teams, since they are currently hiring map designers, they may already be working on Texas.
Take the exit on the right. Take the exit on the right.
Hey, take it what you can, Lloyd. they're gonna give you money for not working, I'd take it too. I wish I could have something like that.
Take the exit on the right. Take the exit on the right. Use the left lane.
Yeah, I am not sure where Daimler North America is headquartered at, so I would have no idea on that one, Tom.
Use the left lane.
No, they are not going to be adding any multiple states until we get to the East Coast. And that's pretty much a guarantee. The states are just too large. Oh, maybe not the East Coast, but definitely maybe the Dakotas they should add together.
Navigation resumed.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I could do just a quick, simple Google search and find out where they're headquartered. I know Western Star, I believe, is right around Portland, if I remember correctly. And that might even be where Daimler North America is too, is Freightliner and Western Star right there in Portland, if I remember correctly. But don't quote me on that. I think I am. Once I get this load dropped off in Colville, we're going to readjust the truck with the 40-inch sleeper and put on a logging trailer. And hell, we're going to be up here in Washington and Oregon anyway, so might as well do that. Oh, Coda, why the hell did you do that? You know that van is slow up there. Have a good one, Tom. Ah, geez, can you guys tell I don't know Washington yet? Trying to change lanes and then the lane ends. It's like, you idiot. hoping we actually get some rain this afternoon. Not that I wanted to, like, wash out fireworks or anything, just to get rid of some of the humidity.
Use the left lane.
Give me a second, guys. I dropped something here on the floor, and I definitely need to get it before I am spilling something here, which is pretty much a cap off a bottle of water. Alright, there we go. Yeah, last thing I need near my keyboard is that, and spilling it all over the place.
Use the right lane. Then, take the exit on the right. Take the exit on the right.
Roger that.
Continue straight. Continue straight.
Yeah, it sounds like that your disability system is way different than ours over here. Oh, I hate that stupid bug with the brakes. I wish they, I can deal with the rolling back. That bug is a pain in the butt, though.
Continue straight.
Well, that LT is not fully optimized like the W990 is. Gilman did not pull that truck apart down to the meshes and rebuild it. So there are some, I'm going to say, FPS issues that will be with that, especially throwing a warning in your game log too. And are you running on DX9 or DX11, War Machine? Yeah, I know what you mean, Lloyd. I help take care of my mom, so I know exactly where you're coming from. And there are certain things that I would like to do, but of course I cannot. And what graphics card are you using?
In 200 meters, take the exit on the right. Take the exit on the right. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived.
Oh, you're using a laptop? Let's go ahead and get straightened out here. Got you there, War Machine. Alright, is there any repair center up here? Nope. But guess what? I'm gonna teleport my... Is there even one in Spokane? Yeah, right around from the garage. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and dismiss this trailer. Hey, Travis, what's up today? Alright, so let's go ahead and fix this truck down to a 40-inch flat topper. And let's see here. We're going to extend the tanks here. Well, actually, no, we'll leave the 280 gallon on there. We're going to leave everything else the same here. We're just going to go ahead and fix the interior back to the way I had it, like so. Paint's going to stay the same. Let's put our accessories back on. And we're just going to be throwing on pretty much lights everywhere we can get them, because more lights the better. And we're not going to need beacons, so I'm going to ignore those. Ah, that's what I forgot on that truck. Red positional lights. There we go. Alright, there we go. Back down to a 40-incher. Alright, good enough for me. Confirm order. And let's go ahead and grab our log trailer. Nope, Coda, you might need here. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and change the color on this down to, actually, we'll just go plain old black. That works for me. I don't have anything else for this. Yeah, even though it says it's in Portland, guess what? We've got a way to actually get it up here to where we are. There we go. Now we got ourselves our log trailer. All right, let's see. What do we got here for loads? Are you kidding me? Wow. All right. Let's go ahead and check here. Yeah, we'll go from here. Might as well take some lumber down to the Home Depot in Kennewick. No, it does not, Travis. Where the air filters are on the truck, Travis, are right behind the chrome plates on the side of the hood. That's your air intakes right there. Now, that might be a wise idea, War Machine. I mean, some of the truck mods do give me FPS issues also. Even though I'm running an RTX 2070, you would think I would have a massively huge frame rate. I don't.
Turn right. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived.
And also might be due to the fact that if you don't have a dedicated graphics card war machine, your computer actually will struggle playing the game. And I'm not trying to say that to be an ass or anything, but it is the absolute truth. And being that you run a laptop, there are mobile versions of some of the graphics cards, but if you don't have one of those, that means you're running integrated graphics, and that also uses your system memory for video RAM. So that's why you're probably not getting a whole lot of FPS.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 200 meters, turn left.
Not with the laptop, there's nothing you can't. No.
Turn left.
I mean, that's why for gaming, I always recommend a desktop. I mean, some of the gaming laptops that cost $2,000, $3,000, even $4,000, those will have like RTX cards in them or GTX 1080s. Those are a mobile version, but yet you're gonna pay out the ass for it. Hey, George, what's up? And I did get your message earlier. Happy 4th of July to you.
Continue straight.
exactly what you mean, George. I like it. I said this near the beginning of the stream, and I've always said it. I like a nice throaty sound to an engine, nice loud jake brake and things like that. So even though it's not realistic running an N14, I'm just doing it for the sound. Riley, happy 4th to you. And also, War Machine, one thing to remember is if you are running graphics mods and things like that, every single mod that you add can actually decrease FPS. So, one thing that I do recommend, engines aren't going to decrease FPS, not really. Those are just text files. So you shouldn't have any issues there, but anything that would add like signage or change the graphics around, they can have a huge impact on FPS, just so you know. Drift King, what's up today? Cummins are actually, these days they are very good engines. Back in the day when they got the nickname of Come Apart, yeah, not so good. Well, I am currently running Fraken's 64's realistic graphics mod. Yes, it makes the game look fantastic, but even without it, when I run Reshade just on its own, my graphics are great there too. So, there is a trade-off, but Reshade does allow for you to get a little bit better color reproduction without using a graphics mod. Hey, Wuggy Man, long time no see. Yeah, and you should be running version 3.0 of this with it optimized for light flares and everything else. But also one thing to remember, War Machine, when you add lights, every single light that you add takes away from FPS. Now, a quick question. If you go into your settings, do you have secondary vehicle lights enabled? Ah, crap, we need the left lane. Alright, just as an option here, we're going to go to Options, Graphics, your secondary vehicle lights down here. Alright, so I have that enabled. And what that actually is now that it's starting to get darker here, if you take a look in my driver's side mirror there, you see that red light on the ground and lights are flashing off at things and whatnot, you're able to see the trailer. That's what secondary vehicle lights is. Allows you to see them. If I turn that off, you would not see my trailer lights blinking from the mirror. So let's go ahead and do that. So you guys just saw that there. Just so you can get an idea here, I'm going to go ahead and disable that. Alright, now you see all that red back there is gone, and you no longer see the blinkers from the trailer. So that's what secondary vehicle lights does. And unless you have it could be an issue on to where if you're not running a dedicated graphics card, it can cause issues, is what I'm trying to say. And it's not just for trucks. Secondary vehicle lights, you are able to, it's going to be off of cars. You'll still see their headlights on the ground and whatnot, but their brake lights and stuff will not reflect onto the ground. We need the right lane too. Is it me, or did they get rid of, like, the, oh, now it shows 15. Alright, I just wonder, because, in New Mexico, when you, right off the interstate, you've got to drop to 15, that's a pain in the butt. Does it change there when we hit the 60 sign? No, it doesn't. But yeah, looks like the speed limits do change in the way stations. Didn't think they would. Depends on how optimized the lights are is pretty much, it's going to determine your FPS. So if you get a truck mod that is not overly optimized with lights or anything like that, I mean, you're pretty much screwed.
Take the exit on the right.
I'm sorry, Mr. AI, that was my bad. And it's like, no, I'm just going to use this as an example. Viper's Peterbilt modified. The bullet lights that he has in the truck, I don't believe he has optimized those. So if you use them, expect an FPS drop.
Use the right lane, then take the exit on the right.
Well, Jazzy Cat uses high poly models for his traffic too, so that right there is going to cause an FPS drop. And that's why I don't run Jazzy Cat mods, is because they cause FPS loss. Have a good one, George.
Use the right lane, then turn right.
No, you're going to want to leave that off.
Turn right.
Hey Tim, how's it going? Happy 4th, long time no see.
Use the left lane, then turn left. Turn left.
And that will also, that actually renders at twice your resolution and then downscales. So that can actually cause FPS loss too.
Use the left lane, then turn left. Turn left.
And I only run at 200% scaling. I don't need to go any higher than that right now.
You have arrived.
Whoops, I think we just ran into a pallet there. Shh, don't tell them. Scaling, actually, if you're running at, say, 1920 by 1080, that's gonna, if you run at 200%, you're gonna run at 2K and then downscale the 1080. So that actually using more graphics processing power, if your computer cannot handle that, that's where FPS loss is gonna come in at. And what do you know? We got no logs. Check external market again, see what else is here. Let's go over to Yakima. That works for me. Alright, but give me a moment here, guys. I need to take a very short break. We'll be back in a moment. Thanks for hanging around, guys, and we are back in here. Let's head over to BNSF and get our load. We can do that, Junior.
In 200 meters.
Yes, I do, Tim. And I'm currently in the process of getting it upgraded too. All of my specs right now are listed below. A couple of things have changed though from what's listed there. That was my previous configuration. The motherboard went out on me last week, so I don't have that. And the RAM is 16 gigabytes. Video card has been changed. It's no longer the 1070, but the RTX 2070.
The left lane, then turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, I've already got the parts coming for my upgrade. Water cooler will be here tomorrow. Motherboard will be here on Saturday. And then once Ryzen 3000 releases, I'll be getting the 3600 processor, and I still need to get minimum 16 gigabytes of RAM, specifically for Ryzen. What I currently have is just way too slow. If you are lagging, one of the things that you do want to do is check to make sure you have updated drivers. And then if you're still running at DX9 and your card is capable of running DX11, I recommend you jumping onto DX11. It should be a little bit smoother gameplay.
Use the right lane, then turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, if it's already off in the settings war machine, it will be off in game for all of the trucks.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. You have arrived.
they're hauling lumber, but not kind of the lumber I was hoping. Looks like most of the logging sites are on the east side of the state. Hopefully there should be one outside of Yakima.
In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Mr. Gamer, are you referring to Utah? More than likely November or December of this year.
Use the right lane, then take the exit on the right.
And more than likely the state cost will be the same as what we've had so far for New Mexico, Oregon, and Washington, $11.99.
Use the left lane. Use the left lane.
Woggy02, thank you so much for the follow there on Mixer. I do appreciate it. Well, as I said, War Machine, if you already have secondary vehicle lights off in the settings, leave it off, and that will be for every single truck.
Use the right lane.
Roger that. You're welcome. Yeah, and even though the game is not overly graphic intensive, War Machine, you definitely, I recommend running at least a dedicated graphics card. A minimum that I would run would be like a GTX 1050 Ti, and I definitely do recommend a desktop over a laptop any day. Only because desktops you can upgrade, laptops you are basically stuck with whatever is inside. probably gonna have to hop over to the granny lane here again. Chances are our exit's coming right up. Well, you don't need to be spending like $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 on a desktop. I mean, my computer may be worth that after I get done upgrading it, only because, I mean, I do a lot of other things besides streaming that I need the horsepower for, if you want to put it that way.
Take the exit on the right. Continue straight.
Yeah, if you're on a fixed income, it can definitely be a royal pain in the butt.
Use the left lane, then turn left. Turn left. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. Continue straight.
Yes, it is.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. Continue straight. You have arrived.
Whoa, okay, right inside that building there? I think that's going to be a first for me. I don't think I've ever backed in there yet. Or if I did, I cannot remember it. And apparently I cannot back up straight either. Alright, let's see. Do we got anything else interesting here in Yakima? No, but I do want to pull some logs here, so, where can we go? That's way too short. Nothing there. Bellingham to Eugene. That's way up on the top there. That's going to be a pain in the butt. Even though we've already been in, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and cheat. We're just going to go up to, Bellingham, so, yeah. And of course, I cannot see if we're above the ground, if we're below. Whoops. Yeah, we're upside down. Alright, let's try this one more time and hopefully not having a major malfunction here. There we go, that's better. Alright, even though we went ahead and got ourselves over here, let's go ahead and go get our load.
Use the left lane, then turn left. Turn left.
And that's the only problem about using that dev console in the middle of the night. If you screw up, you cannot see diddly squat. Sparing Donkey 30, thank you so much for the follow on Mixer. I do appreciate it. Crap, we're empty and we're still getting pulled in? Wow. Okay.
Navigation resumed. Turn right. Navigation resumed. Use the left lane. Use the right lane, then take the exit on the right. Take the exit on the right. Use the right lane, then turn right. Turn right.
How did I know that was going to change? Yeah, that's right. You stay there, Mr. AI. Hey, Chris, what's up today? Happy 4th to you. it's hot and muggy here. I am not going outside unless it's absolutely necessary. And you can use RGM if you want War Machine, just don't run at 200% scaling. Yeah, that would be a little bit of a jolt for sure. I mentioned earlier about being on multiplayer with the simulation that they just added. Last night, this was the funny part. I was going to get my load. I was in Spokane. So I was going along one of the streets there, and all of a sudden an RMD goes to do a U-turn. And it nearly pretty much cut me off and went around him. And then he goes, "Why the hell didn't you wait for me? I was making a U-turn." It's like, do you have the right of way? And it's like, are people really that stupid anymore to think, oh, I'm making a U-turn, I have the right of way over everybody else? It's like, hell no. And I'm sure not everybody is going to be like that, but it was pretty bad last night when I was in there. I mean, that is exactly why I do not run multiplayer a whole lot. Just too many people who don't give a care about anything. And it seems like all they care about is themselves and their precious little VTC, thinking there's something in the world when they are absolutely nothing. Nope, I did not find anything on that War Machine about using mods, so I'm not sure where that guy was getting his info at. Well, they don't even have that anymore, Chris. The global speed limiter is now down to 80, and you're still limited to 55 in the cities. And they want you stopping at stop signs, traffic lights, unless nobody is coming. But yeah, this logging road in Truckers MP was up at once. I won't do it again, not when it's busy. And pretty much this going up this logging road in Truckers MP is like the Calais-Duisburg road in ETS2. Oh, if someone tried to do that in real life, Danny boy, they would have been smacked around left and right saying they had the right of way. Now, there's 1,500 slots in the server. They're not going to be adding a arcade server anytime soon for ATS. It does not have the same amount of people playing it as ETS2. Hey, Zach, what's up today? Happy 4th to you. I'm going to keep it installed because there's times that I do play it, but it's not very often. And I've got GTA 5 on a separate hard drive because that game is just absolutely humongous. The one I might uninstall, though, is Farm Sim 17. I haven't touched that game in months. I would not recommend driving this if you play with a keyboard. But yeah, looking down there, this is probably one of the most challenging roads in the game. The shorter the trailer, of course, the less it is. But I'd say you add one of the forestry DLC trailers going up this, you've got to be very careful with what you're doing. Hey, Nathaniel, how's it going today? Alright, let's get our load of logs here. Where the hell did it go? How about that? Our load that we were coming up here to get is gone. Let's go ahead and go to Port Angeles. Yeah, we were supposed to go to Astoria. Not anymore. And guess what? We are not going down the same way that we came up. We're going to go ahead and take the secret road, go down on the other side of the mountain. doing awesome like a possum. Yeah, Real Company Logo 3D is updated to 1.35. Coda, you might want to pull out a little bit more before you start doing that. Now you may be wondering, where the hell am I going? Very simple. We are taking the secret road down the other side of the mountain. I've came up this way, but I've never gone down. So let's go ahead and do this. And since it is raining, guess who is not going to be using their Jake brake? So yeah, this can be a little bit touchy. Snowman, I'm running an engine mod in order to put the Cummins N14 into this truck. I'll break your monitors if I do that, Nathaniel. No, actually, I have no idea, to be honest with you, what I would do once I get to 1,000. Yeah, I saw that on the Steam Workshop. I haven't tried it out yet. And I'm hoping I remember I know which way to turn here, because I'm running a mod that hides the X's, well the yellow strobing X's that you come to, and trying to make the game look a little bit more realistic. I think I remember though. If we don't, we're just gonna crash into something that's gonna be invisible. Let me look here. Yeah, we go right. Then we go left at the turn signal up here, and then once we get around where the repair shop is, we're actually gonna have to go onto the sidewalk in order to get around, because there is a barrier.
Navigation resumed.
Yeah, right here we gotta hop onto the sidewalk and go around.
Turn right. Use the right lane.
Hey, how about that? We made that without smacking an invisible barrier.
lane. Turn left.
Ah, damn it. Alright, that's kind of my fault for going through there instead of waiting. I just wanted to follow Mr. Pizza Pizza. This right here, I believe, is Deception Pass, if I remember correctly.
Navigation resumed. Turn left. Turn left. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
I have no idea, War Machine. We still got a little bit to go, though.
Continue straight.
I mean, as I said, War Machine, I have no idea. Actually, I haven't given it much thought, to be honest with you.
Continue straight. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, that you would need, War Machine. And And it's actually thundering pretty good outside here. I just heard this, so this will be my last run. Yeah, I've got a thunderstorm outside. I just heard that. I heard one of the claps of thunder. So, and I don't want to fry my computer.
Use the left lane, then turn left. Turn left.
What he is doing, War Machine, is spamming the channel. And I cannot see anything that he is saying because Nightbot is blocking everything that he's doing. So I'm not giving him any attention.
You have arrived.
Oh, that's a pain in the butt, Park. We're just gonna go right up over here. I better start labeling my streams English again so people know to speak English. I am going to quit on here for this 4th of July stream. I do want to thank you guys for joining in. And if you did enjoy today's stream, please leave a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed and you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Definitely help the channel grow. Have a great rest of your force. Have a good evening. As always, keep that shiny side up. We'll catch you on the flip-flop.